Namaste students. We are discussing structural organization in animal. Already one episode over. In that episode we have discussed tissue, some example, organ, definition of organ system, some examples. Then we have discussed what are the types of disease. What are the types? Just you recall it. Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissues, neural tissue. There are 4 types. Among the 4 types, epithelial tissues, last episode we have started. Epithelial tissues are 2 types, simple and compound. Today we are going to discuss in detail about epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissues. Already I have given introduction in the last class itself. Now we are going to discuss in detail. In the introduction, what we have discussed, epithelial, epi means above, which is present outermost surface, and it have a 2 end, one surface, one surface always facing outside, free surface. The free surface either facing the external environment or body fluid, or it is present either in the outer covering or inner lining. Based on the layers of cells, the epithelial tissue are 2 types. Simple epithelium, complex or compound epithelium. Simple epithelium made up of only single layer of cells, single layers of cells. Compound epithelium made up of many layers of cells. In simple epithelium, there are 3 types. The types only we are going to discuss in detail. See, this is a much more important topic. This lesson itself, much more important lesson in board exam point of view as well as your NEET exam point of view. The NEET exam, definitely they will ask the many questions. Examples of tissues, where it is present, what are the. For your easy remembrance, I will made you 6 point in each type of simple epithelium. Just to please note it down, take notes of it clearly. It is easy for you for preparing your board exam as well as your competitive exam. Let me start. Come. Epithelial tissues types. It's a today topic. In this video, we are going to discuss only that epithelial tissues types. Okay. What are the types of epithelial tissues? Epithelial tissues are 3 types. One is squamous epithelial. It is based on the shape of the structural modification of cell structure. One is squamous epithelium. Another one is cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium. Next one is columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium. Actually, this and all come under which one? No? Simple epithelial tissue. Simple epithelial tissues are 3 types. Squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium. So today in this video we are going to discuss in detail these 3 types Already I have given some introductory point of view in the squamous epithelium, right? Now we will discuss one by one in detail. Clear? So first let us discuss about squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium. As I said, we are going to discuss six points. So it is easy for you for remembrance. First, what is the meaning of simple epithelium? No? Simple epithelium means it contains, so point number one, the simple epithelium means it contains single layer of cell. Single layer of cells. That epithelial tissue, many tissue bind together to form a tissue, right? So it made up of only single layers. What? The simple epithelium. That means what? Squamous epithelium also come under simple epithelial tissue. So the squamous epithelial tissue also made up of single layer of cells. That means what? The cell are arranged one, then next one lateral side. Lateral side only it arranged. Not arranged as a, see, consider this is one cell. This is the another cell. The both cells are arranged like this. So continuously right side and left side. Laterally arranged. Not one above another, not like this. If it is like this arrangement of cell one after another, one above another, that means that it come under which one? No? It come under compound epithelium. So here it is a single layer of cells arranged laterally, and this is the common point in all the three types. So first point over, remaining 5 points only. See, I made it very simple, though the students are struggling, but I made it very simple. Okay, so this is the common point. Okay. Second point, the second point related to shape of the cell. Squamous, that means what? No, it is a Greek word. Squamous means squeeze. If you take one semi-solid substance, for your known semi-solid substance, what we can say, butter or geese, no? Take it a small slice of geese or butter, square shaped butter. Just you press it. Now what will be happen? The square shape will become thin, flat and irregular margin. That is squamous. So any semi-solid one, jelly-like substance, semi-solid one, jelly-like one, just you press it. So how it will be? It come very thin and it come a irregular margin. That is squamous. It's a Greek word. So how it will be the shape? No, it is very thin and flat, irregular margin. Right? How it will be? See, this diagram only for explanatory purpose. You have to draw the diagram as per the book. So how it will be though? No? See, this is one cell. This is another cell. This is another cell. See, this is a thin flat cells. This and all nucleus. a thin flat cell. Irregular margin. One cell small, another cell large, irregular margin. So this is one cell, this is one cell, this is another cell, this is another cell. In such a way it is arranged only laterally, thin, flat, irregular. I hope it is visible. I will check it. It's clear. Okay. Now the third point related to where it is present, where it is found. So third point, you remember it. Commonly you can write the general 6 point in such a way. If you alter, you made it as a table manner. Okay, so it is easy for you for reading and preparing. So now we are going to discuss about location or where it is found. Location. This simple squamous epithelium found in two places. Already in the introduction part I have discussed. Where in the blood vessels, which is present in the blood vessels, thin blood vessels, and also it is present in the air sac. Air sac means alveoli of lungs. In that place it is present, alveoli of lung and air sacs, blood vessels. Now function. Fourth point related to function. It related to function. See, this is a thin blood vessels. This is the air sac. This thin blood vessel wall act as a diffusion boundary. Diffusion boundary. Why? Within the thin blood vessels, which one is travel? Blood travel. The thin blood vessel end near to the cell. Consider this a cell. So this thin wall made up of squamous epithelium, it acts as a boundary of diffusion. So through this wall only, which one transfer oxygen from where to where? Within the blood to cell. From cell to blood through the squamous epithelium, which one is transfer? Carbon dioxide. Clear? So it acts as a boundary, diffusion boundary. Same principle occurs in the alveoli of the lungs also. Within the alveoli, air present. The alveoli end near with the blood vessels. Within the blood vessel, blood are present. Now the alveoli wall made up of squamous epithelium, right? Now from the air, the oxygen diffused out. From where to where? From the alveoli to blood. From the blood to alveoli, which one is diffused? In the carbon dioxide. Same principle here. But here blood to cytoplasm. Here air to blood. But here the blood vessel have a squamous epithelium. Here the air sac, the alveoli wall have a squamous epithelium. That's all the function word. Right. Fourth point, easy. Sorry, fifth point. So first point, general point. Second point, shape. Third point, location. Fourth point, function. Fifth point, which is related to microvilli. Microvilli. Microvilli means what? It's a small hair-like substance. Small hair-like substance. Whether that cell have a small hair-like substance structure on the surface or not. That one only. Whether the microvilli present or not. That is the fifth point. Sir, I can't understand. You see your nose, inside the nose. In front of your mirror, just to see your nose. Inside the nose, small hairs are there. Right? That and all are epithelial cell. Whether the squamous epithelial cell have a microvilli or not. This point not there in your book. This is a neat related point, that's why I am mentioning. No. Squamous epithelium not have a microvilli. So there are three types. Simple epithelium, squamous, columnar, cuboidal. Squamous epithelium does not have a microvilli. Remember it. Inside the blood vessel, no microvilli. Inside the alveoli also no microvilli. So microvilli not present. Okay. Sixth point related to nucleus. In this cell, nucleus where it is present, no? Generally the nucleus present in the middle of the cell. So it is found commonly in the middle of each cell. That's all about the squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium, single layer of cells. The cells are arranged laterally, one next to one, adjacent to each other, not one above another. Each squamous epithelium is very thin, flat with irregular margin. Where it is found, third point, it is found in the blood vessel, air sac. Air sac means alveoli of the lung. What is the function? The squamous epithelium, it acts as a diffusion boundary. Whether microvilli is present or not, no microvilli not present in the squamous epithelium. What about nuclei? Nuclei present commonly in the middle. Clear? I hope you are clear. Let me go next. Right. What is the next type? Common point, first point. So remaining point and all will change. So I will rub it remaining point. The diagram also will change. So each type you are going to discuss only, read only 5 point. Cuboidal, simple cuboidal epithelium. So it is a single layer of cells arranged laterally. Okay. What about the shape? That shape what we have discussed, irregular, margin, thin, flat. What is the title? Cuboidal, cube shaped cells. Like this, cube shaped cells. So the shape of the cell, cube means a cube you might have played, no? That is, you have one above another. So cube means square type. Square shaped cells. I will draw here. This is one cube. This is another cube. This is another cube. This is another cube. This is another. This and all what I mentioned in the middle, this is a nucleus, nuclei. What I mentioned in the top now, already we have discussed in the introduction point, always the epithelial cell, one surface should be free. So that the free surface, only this one. Right? This is one cell, this another cell, another cell. Bricks, no? Bricks, just to arrange it one after another, not one above another. How it will be like this only, the cuboidal cells. Second point, where it is found? Where it is found? It is usually found in gland duct region. In the gland duct region. For example, salivary gland. The salivary gland have one duct, no? Duct means what, no? See, this is one salivary gland. Duct means this tube-like structure. This is called duct. This is the gland. Like a balloon shaped one is a gland. In the duct of the gland, the duct made up of cuboidal epithelium. Clear? Next, it is present in the nephron of kidney. Nephron of the kidney. Nephron, neuron, always the students will get confused. Neuron is a structural functional unit of nervous system. Nephron is a structural functional unit of kidney. Both are different. Now, what is up? So, the third point, the function over. Where it is location over. It is found in the glandular duct region and it is found in the nephron of the kidney. Now, what is a function? Fourth point. If it is present in the duct, it has to secrete something. The salivary gland secrete saliva. Our sweat gland secretes sweat. The mammary gland secrete milk. So, the main function, secretion of something. Pituitary gland secrete hormones. Our digestive glands and all secrete enzymes. Now the nephron. What is the function of nephron? The nephron main function, it absorbs the waste material from the blood, absorb the nitrogenous waste material. So the main function of the nephron part, absorption. The cuboidal epithelial which is present in the glandular part, secretion. The cuboidal epithelial which is present in the nephron of the kidney, absorption. So the main function, secretion and absorption. Now, whether the microvilli is present or not? Yes, microvilli present. Microvilli present. It is present. Where? In the gland or in the nephron? It is not present in the gland. It is present in the nephron, especially some part of the nephron only, not all the part. Nephron, just rough diagram I will draw. This is a Bowman capsule of nephron. We will discuss clearly in physiology part, human physiology part. Inside the cluster of blood vessels enter. This is PCT, that means proximal convoluted tubule. Then one U-shaped tube. This is Henle's loop. Then once again highly coiled tube. This is DCT, distal convoluted tubule. Then collecting duct. This one, collecting duct. Among these parts, this is one nephron structure. Where it is present? It is present only in the PCT. In the PCT. So it is present in the PCT of, what is the extension of PCT? Proximal convoluted tubule. Convolution means coiled. It is highly coiled. For the understanding purpose, I have drawn as a zigzag manner. Highly coiled one. Why it is named as a proximal? No? Proximal means very near to Bowman capsule. This is the C-shaped one only, Bowman capsule. This is Bowman capsule. D means distal. Distal means somewhat far away. So this is distal convoluted tubule. Convoluted means coiled. The microvilli present only in the PCT. PCT means what? Proximal convoluted tubule of nephron. Okay. Nucleus. Where it is present, you see the picture, the nucleus present in each and every cell only in commonly, this is also common point, in squamous epithelium and cuboidal. It is present commonly, generally in the central part of the its. That's all 6 point over. So if you come to know this one, you can see easily if you arrange all the point like this in all the 6 types, 3 types. It is a single layer of cells arranged laterally. Single layer of cells arranged laterally. Laterally means either right side or left side or both right and left. That is lateral. Which shape? Cube shaped. Where is the location? Where it is present in our body? Found in our body. It is found in the glandular, especially duct part of the glandular, and this is a duct part of the gland, and it is present in the nephron of the kidney. Nephron of the kidney. What is the function of this cuboidal epithelium? Secretion and absorption. If it is present, the glandular duct region cuboidal epithelium secretory function. The cuboidal epithelial tissue present in the nephron, this function is absorption. Absorb the nitrogenous waste material from the blood, because blood enter here. So that nephron just to remove the waste material and send the pure blood out. Whether microvilli present or not, yes, microvilli present. Where? In the only PCT of the nephron, proximal convoluted tubule of the nephron. What about the nuclei? Nuclei commonly found in the center of the each cell. That's all over. Cuboidal epithelium over. Now, next one, columnar. Columnar epithelium. In the columnar epithelium, First point is a common point. Single layer cells arranged laterally. Second point. Before going to second point, just we will compare. Shape. In the squamous epithelium, shape irregular, flat, thin. In the cuboidal, cube shape. In the column means what? Pillar. How the building, the pillar will be there, no? Like this. That is termed as column. It's a long or tall and slender. Slender means like a cylinder. Tall and cylinder. How it will be, sir? How you are saying tall and not a square shaped like this. Tall and slender. Tall and slender. Just to imagine in your mind pillar. The pillar of the building, how it will be? Like this only. It is present. See, this is like this. Tall and slender. Okay. So how it will be the diagram? You don't do like this because it's a video class. In order to reduce the time I am doing, you draw separately. Columnar cell means like this. Now you might have the difference. You might have understood the difference between the cuboidal and column. Okay, so tall and slender shaped cells, commonly called pillar like cells. Okay, sir. Where it is found, sir? It is found in the inner lining of stomach. See, abdomen is different from stomach. Abdomen, this what you are seeing, no, below the chest region in for you, that is abdomen. Don't think that inner lining of abdomen, no. Inside the abdomen, stomach is present, no. See this this part only, abdomen. This is thorax. I am writing here stomach. Stomach is an organ which is found inside the abdomen. This is abdomen. Inside the abdomen, what is stomach? See, this is the stomach. Usually what we are thinking, no? Generally we are thinking this is the stomach, this is abdomen. Inside only stomach is present. So this inner lining of the stomach is columnar epithelial tissue. And another, the inner lining of intestine, below the stomach, like this many part, small intestine, large intestines are there, no, that inner lining. So it is found in the inner lining of stomach and inner lining of intestine. What is the function? Inside the stomach, the food stays sometimes. Why? They have to digest. Inside the stomach, some gland cells are there. That is columnar cell. It has to secrete something. Do you know what? Hydrochloric acid. So it is, the function is secretory function. Secretion. In the intestine also, some columnar epithelium secrete the digestive juice. You might have learned in 10th standard, digestion part. Pepsin, renin, that enzyme and all secreted within the intestine, small intestine, as well as in the stomach, pepsin, renin, right? Then what happened in the large intestine? No? Absorbed. Digested food material are absorbed. Absorption. Now you have a doubt. I know. What is the doubt? Sir, you have said cuboidal epithelium also same thing only, no sir. Secretion and absorption. Here also saying the same thing, function, secretion and absorption. Yes. For cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium performing same function, location only differ, tissue type only differ. Both performing secretion and absorption. There in the gland part it secrete, in the nephron part it absorb. Here in the stomach part it secrete. See the word. In the stomach part it secrete, in the intestinal part it absorb. Come to fifth point, microvilli. Microvilli present or not? Yes, microvilli is present. Where it is present, in the stomach or intestine, it is present both. On the free surface, it is present. Microvilli is present. Especially, it is common in intestine. Say I have drawn only one cells. This is a microvilli. Microvilli of intestine cells. So it is present on the free surface of the intestinal columnar epithelial cell. Microvilli is present. What about nucleus? You have said commonly in the center. It is found in the squamous epithelium and cuboidal epithelium. But in the case of columnar, the nucleus is present at the bottom. The bottom is much more important statement. It is found at the bottom, not in the center. So it is found in the base of the each cell. The nuclei present at the base of the each cells. That's all. The columnar epithelial over. Columnar epithelial is a single layer of cells arranged one after another. It is very tall and slender. It is found inner lining of stomach and intestine. The main function, secretory function, if the columnar epithelial in stomach, secretory function. The columnar epithelial tissue found inside the intestine, absorption. It absorbs the digested food. The microvilli is present on the free surface of the intestinal columnar epithelium. The nuclei present at the base of the cells. So 3 parts over. Now your duty, I made it very simple. Your duty, write is a table manner. So it is easy for you. You can compare and study. Comparison study only easy to understand the concept. Now, if you compare the columnar epithelium and cuboidal epithelium, Two points are common. What are the points? No? The microvilli, the presence of microvilli and the secretion. Based on the two common points, now we are going to discuss two more subtype, not main type. Mainly simple epithelial tissue are three type only: squamous, columnar and cuboidal. Now we are going to discuss subtype of simple epithelial tissue based on the microvilli, based on the secretion. First let us discuss based on the microvilli. Based on microvilli. Oh, sorry. Now we cannot compare, we cannot come under this 6 point. The 6 common point only for the 3 main type. Now the subtype, we enter into the subtype. What is this? Now ciliated epithelial tissues. Ciliated epithelial tissues. What is ciliated epithelial tissue, sir? If the cuboidal epithelial tissue or columnar epithelial tissue, if they have microvilli. Microvilli means a small hair-like structure. If the cuboidal epithelial tissue or columnar epithelial tissue have a microvilli on their free surface, that is called ciliated epithelial tissue. That is a definition. So what is ciliated epithelial tissue? If the cuboidal epithelial tissue or columnar epithelial tissue have a microvilli on its free surface, that is called ciliated epithelial tissue. How it will be? This is a one cell, it's a nucleus. This is a cilia. Cilia commonly called microvilli, cilia, everything same. That's why it is called ciliated columnar epithelial cell. Where it is found, sir? This ciliated epithelial tissue. See, ciliated columnar epithelial tissue found in the intestine. See the word. It's a neat question. Ciliated columnar epithelial tissue found in the intestine. Ciliated cuboidal epithelial tissue found in the PCT. Now, generally ciliated epithelial tissue, where it is found? That's the second point. It is found in fallopian tube and bronchi. First let us discuss what is fallopian tube. Fallopian tube is the part of the female reproductive system. It's a part of the female reproductive system. I have drawn here. It is very simple, general part. This is a total female reproductive system. This is fallopian tube. Inside the fallopian tube, the inner wall of the fallopian tube made up of the ciliated epithelial tissue. It have a lining. Lining means what? It have a that cilia. Bronchi is a generally respiratory tract. Respiratory tract, especially bronchi. Respiratory tract start from our nose. That's why inside the nose have a small hair-like structures are there. That is ciliated epithelial tissue inside our nose. Especially it is more number of cells is present in the bronchi. Trachea, bronchi, respiratory tract. What is bronchi? See this bronchi, trachea. Trachea divided into two parts. That is bronchi, right bronchi, left bronchi. It enter into each lungs. This is lungs, this one also lungs. This is termed as bronchi. Inside many cilia. This inner lining of the bronchi made up of ciliated epithelial tissue. So in the two places it is found. Fallopian tube, inner lining of the fallopian tube, inner lining of the bronchi. What is the function, sir? It moves the certain particles in specific direction, only one direction, in specific direction. Okay, what is the meaning of particles? Movement of particle one direction, specific direction is it. What is the meaning of particles? In the case of fallopian tube, the particles means gamete, egg. See, this is a ovary, it releases the egg. The egg enter into the fallopian tube. Now the movement of cilia, the cilia will move, no, inside our nose. Why the cilia is present? Why the cilia is present? The cilia move only one direction, outward direction in our nose, outward direction. So any dust particle from our air while we are inhalating, the dust particle and all removed out by moving only one direction. Likewise, here the cilia move only upward direction. So the egg enter into fallopian tube towards upward direction and reach the uterus. This is uterus. So in the case of fallopian tube, the particles means eggs. In the bronchi, the particles meaning mucus. Mucus, the nasal drops, no, that is mucus. The white color layer. It should not reach the lungs. Lungs only filled with air, not mucus. Only respiratory tract should have a mucus. Why? While we are inhalating, no? Now if it is inhalating, very deep inhalation, what will be happen? The coronavirus and all enter. But naturally God gave one preventive measures, that one only mucus. Mucus is a liquid one. It traps the pathogen. It traps the dust particles. Hold the dust particles. So the mucus sometime what will be happen? Try to enter. So if the mucus particles comes here, the cilia move only one direction, does not allow the mucus to enter in the lungs, it allow only outside. That's all about ciliated epithelial tissue. If the cuboidal epithelium or columnar epithelium have a microvilli on its free surface, that is called ciliated epithelial tissue. It is found in the fallopian tube and bronchi. It is responsible for movement of particle in certain direction, specific direction. Example, egg in the fallopian tube, mucus in the bronchi. Okay. Now, one more subtype. One more subtype. I hope you might have understood. Now, we are going to discuss one more subtype of the simple epithelial tissue, glandular epithelial tissue. Actually, it is a subtype of cuboidal and columnar. The ciliated epithelial also subtype of cuboidal and columnar. This one also cuboidal columnar. Because some cuboidal cell have a secretory in function. Some columnar cell have a secretory in function. That's why it is called glandular. Okay, now how to define? What is glandular epithelial tissue? How to define it? If the cuboidal or columnar epithelial tissue have secretory function. Secretory means what? It releases some liquid, that is called secretor. Our sweat gland secrete the liquid sweat. Our salivary gland secrete the saliva. Our tears gland, which is present inside our eyes, it secrete tears. That and all secretion. So, if the cuboidal or columnar epithelial tissue secrete something, that is called glandular epithelial tissues. That is called glandular epithelial tissues. Now, there are four types of glandular epithelial tissue. Glandular epithelial tissue itself four types. What are they? First, based on types. Based on number of cells. Based on number of cells. It is two types. It is two types. What are they? Unicellular glandular epithelial tissue. Glandular epithelial tissue. GET means glandular epithelial tissue. Unicellular. Second type, multicellular glandular epithelial tissue. You know the meaning. Here it made up of only one cell. Here it made up of many cells. So here in the unicellular glandular epithelial tissue, isolated cell means single cell. Here cluster of glandular cells. Here isolated glandular cell. Isolated means single, separate. Here in the where it is found in the unicellular glandular epithelial tissue, no, it is found in globular cells of the alimentary canal. It is found in globular cells of alimentary canal. Alimentary canal is nothing but our digestive gland. Alimentary canal, our digestive canal, intestine. Within the intestine, the globular cell only unicellular. It secrete enzymes, the digestive enzymes, globular cell. Here, cluster of glandular cells on the our salivary gland. Example, salivary gland. So here, salivary gland, how it will be? One balloon-like structure. It made up of many cells. Duct. The duct also made up of many cells. But here, how it will be now? One cell itself is a single cell. One cell itself, one cavity. The cavity have a duct. The cavity have a balloon shape and one duct shape. Here it secretes the fluid. After it filled with the fluid, automatically it comes out. That secretion. But here it's not like this. Here many cells. The balloon shaped structure itself have a many cell. It secretes the saliva. The saliva filled with here, then it travel outside. Duct also have a many cells. So each gland is made up of multi-cell. But here one cell it acts as a one gland. That's isolated. That's a different. Clear? And we go another type. I just want to take a water. Okay, now we come to the end of the section. Based on cell, there are two types, the glandular epithelial, unicellular, multicellular. Based on the secretion, this part you might have learned in your lower class. Based on the secretion, there are two types. Two types of glandular epithelial tissue. What are they? One is endocrine gland. Another one is exocrine gland. Endocrine gland, exocrine gland. But this one come under, this both the type come under which one? No, multicellular. So multicellular glandular epithelial tissue, based on the secretion, two types, endocrine gland, exocrine gland. Definitely you know, you might have learned in your lower class. It's a basic one. Based on the secretion, I said exocrine gland, say some example, our tears gland, it's exocrine. But salivary gland, it's exocrine. Sweat gland, it's exocrine. All the digestive gland, it's exocrine. So what are the secretion? It secrete our tears gland. Mainly exocrine gland secrete enzymes. Much more important. Mainly enzymes. Here endocrine gland mainly secrete hormones. Hormones. Not mainly. 100% endocrine gland secrete only hormones. Only hormones. Exocrine gland mainly secrete enzyme. Mainly. But remaining mild quantities, what are they? No? Sweat, saliva, tears, inside the air, no? Air wax. Air wax. Our skin have a sweat as well as oil gland, sebaceous gland. Oil or sebum. Oil or sebum. Mammary gland, milk producing gland, secrete milk. These are all the secretion of exocrine gland. But secretion of endocrine gland only hormone. It won't secrete other than hormones. Much more important. Okay, sir. One more difference is there. I have drawn the diagram. Gland means it should have a balloon-like structure and one tube-like structure. This is actually, we have to say gland. This is duct. The exocrine gland have a duct. It have a duct. All the exocrine gland have a duct. The salivary gland, sweat gland, tears gland, all the enzyme secreting digestive gland, everything have a duct. Pancreas have a pancreatic duct. Liver have a bile duct. But endocrine gland, there is no duct. Like this one balloon-like structure only there, no duct, no tube-like structure. Then how it secretes, sir? The secretion, what is the name of the secretion? Hormone. It secretes the hormone directly to blood commonly called body fluid. Body fluid. So it secrete the hormone directly to body fluid. But its secretion and all, first it secrete to duct. The duct secrete it target place. The duct release the secretion into target place. See, actually the tears comes on our surface of our eyeball, but actually surface of our eyeball is does not have a tears gland. Tears gland is present inside the lower eyelid. Duct only which is open on the surface. Likewise, salivary gland, here salivary gland are present. Below the tongue, salivary glands are present. But where the saliva secrete? In our mouth. So that gland to mouth only target place. In the target place it secrete because it have a duct. That's all. So the glandular epithelial tissues based on the secretion two types: exocrine gland, endocrine gland. Endocrine gland secrete mainly enzyme, other sweat, milk, saliva, tears, mucus also. Mucus, airwax, oil, etc. It have a duct. It release the secretion to the target place. But endocrine gland secrete only hormones. That's no duct. It's a ductless gland. And endocrine gland commonly called ductless gland. It secrete its secretion directly to the body fluid, directly to the blood. Examples of endocrine gland: pituitary gland, adrenal gland, and thyroid gland, etc. Examples of exocrine gland: salivary gland, sweat gland, etc. Enough for the day. So today we have discussed squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, then ciliated epithelium, glandular epithelium, unicellular glandular epithelium, multicellular glandular epithelium, exocrine gland, endocrine gland. Thank you.